We got lots and lots of music to talk about. And of course, to do that, we're welcoming John Pearlstone from Village Music Club to our set here. Thanks for joining us.
Good to see you again, Michael.
As always, you guys have a lot going on. You are busy. I'm not going to lie. I don't want your job. I like this job. I tend to talk to people, but you are a busy man. You're coordinating a lot of stuff. And you got a great show coming up that's going to be your Wilburys band, your super group that you formed.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth a minute to kind of review what went on with this.
Yeah.
We put this Wilburys band together last year. TV6 helped us with a little audition. We had all community guys involved, and some stuck, some didn't, and so we got really good guys involved. Now it's kind of a touring band. We were just in Vegas last weekend at a casino, and I'm thrilled to announce that it wasn't just me from the Village. Jeff Greider was at that event as well.
Right.
It was sold out, or at least it was full because it was a free show, but I mean the place was packed, and that's not always the case. So it's going well, but now we're bringing it, and I want to make sure I'm clear. Village Music Club was hired. I mean, in other words, the All Musicians Club said we'd like to support the community orientation of this band, and they brought us in to do this show this weekend. And so I feel like it's what should be happening at the PAC a lot more often, which is getting quality bands.
Your homegrown guys right
if
here.
We can do that. That was the whole idea behind the Village Music Club, is to bring people along with that. And we've got two of them now. I don't know if it'll go any further or not, but at least here, we also added Joe Ritkus, who plays in 4 bands in the community. He's not a resident, but he plays in the community all the time.
Yeah.
And we're representing Laguna Woods Village in this show with Jason Fetty, who's like a local celebrity.
Right.
He's here. So I'm just saying, we mixed our guys with really good touring guys, and we hope that's going to make for a great show this weekend.
Yeah, it should. And what's it like for you? I will talk about the show a little bit more, but it's going to be September 14th over the PAC, 7:30. There are some tickets still available, folks, so make sure you get out there and grab those tickets if you want to. What's it like for you to take that Wilbury idea, like, hey, I think this would be a cool tribute band, and see it grow to the point where it's like you're getting hired, like you said, outside the community, you're playing in Vegas, you're playing in places?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm a little too ambitious on some of these things because we're going to have 15 or 20 gigs with the Wilburys, at great venues, including here. But we're getting calls. I mean, there's 6 different agents that have worked with this band, and everybody loves the idea. Everybody loves the execution. The booking agents don't know who the Wilburys are. They don't remember that band. A lot of them are too young to know who the Wilburys were. So when they hear who's in the band, then we get some attention. And when they see the band, we've been back at 3 different venues in the same year, this year, which is kind of unheard of. And a couple have brought us in for next year already on the schedule. So I know the concept sound. That answers your question. I love the idea. I'm just trying to figure out how to get it expressed so people may start calling us and we're not all out hounding everybody for an opportunity. That's always the goal, to be able to sing and play music and not work so hard. Selling.
Selling and marketing yourself and all those kinds of things. Well, I get word of mouth seems like it's starting to work for the Wilburys as well. So
a little bit.
Now, you have a great tribute band for Led Zeppelin coming in, and that is, they are Led Zepp again. And
so this has got to be one of the top 5 tribute bands in the country / world, because, I mean, Led Zeppelin isn't performing. These are the established group that has replaced them. Jimmy Page has endorsed them. So I know the agent who represents them. He goes, if you want to bring these guys into Laguna Woods, we have a date. It's not like they were always available. They had a date.
They had a date
So I'm
open.
out of my club dates, so I went to another club and said, great band, unbelievable opportunity. They have 1 million followers on social media. They're huge. So if you want to bring an A-level band like that in here, go ahead. And so one of the other clubs, called Music in the Park Club, agreed to do it. There's nothing in it for Village Music Club. We simply brokered the situation and let them have it. And again, we're not going to dwell on it, but there's just so much going on at the PAC right now that people are starting to downplay other acts that other clubs are offering. And I want to make sure I'm using some of my time today to say this is an unbelievable opportunity for Laguna Woods. They've added a symphonic version where they're going to have a string, quartet on the stage with the band. So you're hearing all these things in a totally different way from one of the greatest groups of all time.
Yeah, reimagined, reorchestrated kind of ways of presenting some of the
much
music.
like I've seen with non-dance bands, historically, the tickets aren't selling very well. So I'm hoping we'll show this little video. Community, if you're up for this, this is the chance to buy those tickets and fill those seats. And we'll get other acts like this. If not, then they're probably going to end up canceling the show.
Yeah, might be challenging. So it's coming up October 26th, so there's plenty of time to get out there. We want to take a quick listen to Led Zepp again right now. Let's take a listen. All right, there you go. Let's go back to the flyer real quick. That was Led Zepp again, and they have 1 million followers online, and they are going to be at the PAC on October 26th. Tickets are available there on the screen. You can use the QR code or get the information off there at the bottom to go ahead and order tickets. So hopefully folks come out and support it. You know, it's I can see how it's kind of like, you know, there are so many tribute bands. There's so many bands and performances going on that I guess after, you know, there's maybe just an embarrassment of riches.
Well, I'll just share one more point on it. We can move on. But this was brought to us because I was asking about the possibility of bringing in some national acts, you know, proven, real musicians, original recording
Which you've done
artists.
before with the Queen tour group and some other
I'm
ones.
talking about not tributes, the real dudes.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, the guys, they brought Fifth Dimension unless you had one member of the original band. There's some acts this agent could help me get. And he's like, well, let's see what this does. You know, because he knows that the place is going to have to fill up to afford those national acts. So I'm making the plea to the community, if you like this idea, go to this show, buy the tickets now, so they'll see you're supporting this level of act, and we'll get more. If not, then it just won't go anywhere, and we'll stick with tributes.
There you go. So you have another thing coming up, October 19th, something near and dear to you, Ride for Hope fundraiser. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of funny because, you know, I was doing the cover band thing and was part of the big explosion of that after COVID in the community. Now I'm doing tributes, and everybody's flying into tributes, at least bringing them into the community. They seem like they're here every week, some tribute or another. So I'm looking for other stuff that might be interesting for bands and you know, musicians to do. And we got contacted about a fundraiser, and I'm like, wow, we've done a few of these sorts of things on a small scale. This is you know, an Orange County-wide fundraiser for victims of crime. And my mom ran a place called Project Backpack for displaced children for 50 years. So it hit home immediately. And so we're going to be the band for this particular, it's a motorcycle ride.
Right, it's a big rally going around.
It ends up at the brewing, I think it's called Laguna Brewing, but it's in Rancho Santa Margarita, Rancho Santa Margarita. And so we hope Laguna Woods we get involved with that. There's sponsorship levels, just attend, maybe contribute a little bit when you attend. And, you know, we'll help a good cause. We feel great about that. And seems like a great organization, so we're thrilled to be a part of it.
And you don't have to ride to be part of it, right? You can come to the event, you can do whatever, you can participate at every level you want to do.
Exactly, exactly. And so this is going to be the Legends of Rock tribute band, I'm sorry, dance band. We do tributes also, the Legends of Rock dance band, strictly cover and dancing. And so, you know, again, another connection for Laguna Woods and musicians to be a part of the bigger community and get some attention that, you know, we hope leads to more of these type of opportunities because it's great to help them and gives us work, so it's a win-win.
Absolutely. Now, you've been doing this for years, and what was the first thing that inspired you when you were a kid, weren't playing music? Is there something that inspired you, like, did you see the Beatles play or something like that, and said, you know, I think I want to kind of get into playing a guitar or doing something?
I think the biggest thing is how music moves me. I mean, for whether it's exercise or motivation or whatever, I can get so inspired by particular songs and lines in songs and the way music's played. And so when I started performing it, it really connected for me because I'm like, wow, maybe I can reach people the way they reach me. And so I try to put a lot of that sort of emotion and effort into what I do. That's what inspires me.
Now, you're not up there looking at sheet music and following like an orchestra. You know the music. So when you are playing up there, do you see like colors? Do you feel a rhythm? Do you feel a kind of a story, an arc to how you're playing? What goes through your mind when you're just kind of going through the chords?
Well, you nailed it right at the end there. It's always storytelling. Because, I mean, doing Bob Dylan, you don't have much choice. I mean, there's lyric after lyric after lyric. But in all the things I do, I try to find something that I can picture an event, or I can picture what's coming in the lyrics that could be, you know, kind of create a certain emotion for the group I'm performing for. And, you know, oftentimes that's just to get people to dance, which is fantastic, but sometimes it's deeper, and I'm always looking for that emotional connection.
Okay, well, that connection is going to be on display coming up here pretty soon. It's going to be over the PAC, Saturday, September 14th. They're going to have the Wilbury Supergroup, and he'll be performing along with some other great musicians that play here in the Village and elsewhere. Thank you so much, John, for coming in.
Thanks for having me, as always.
Village Music Club. You're watching This Day. We'll be right back.